Ich gehöre längst nicht mehr zur Welt der Sterblichen. Ich fürchte hier nichts und niemanden. Willst du wissen, wer ich bin? Ich bin Vegeta!
Hello guys, it's Shockwave King here, and you seen the title of the video. We have some new evidence for the traitor in chapter 9, 67. Now this I could be crazy. Alright, we got some new evidence. Let's start off with Your Boy Theories came up with a video like some months ago about a mink traitor, and he brought up basically, I don't know what particular video it was. He basically put the blame on the sheep mink that Nami fell on. He was just like, what? He was just pondering. It's just with this human specimen on. And the reason why it's significant now, we find that the former Duke of Zou was basically, in my personal opinion, could be that sheep mink's father. It makes you question, how did Nekomamushi and Ashura Doji even become the Dukes of Zou? How did this happen? Because back like around 20 years ago, it was the sheep mink's father. And how did they become the Dukes of Zou? And if they do, if that sheep and mink's father's death had anything to do with it, the sheephead mink and the sheep mink was hateful. Then we had compelling elements to point him towards being not only the second traitor, but also had the proper intentions to be the mink traitor. It was never how to lead for them to be more than one traitor, so. But that's not what we're here for, right? You see the thumbnail, right? We're here for one character, and that is Denjiro. And where is he and who is he? Now, with this chapter, right? Odin spoilers. Leave now, unless you want to wait till the 4th of January. Get out of here, right? Until then, those who want to stay, let's do this. We find out that Odin does go home to Wano before Rogers reached the Fallen Island, because Lady Toki gets sick, and you know that. But he talks with the Daimyo. The Daimyo is just like, you gonna leave again, Odin? What? And he's like, you scum. And the reason I point out that entire scene is, where is Denjiro? Where was he in that scene? We saw Ashura Doji, we saw Kinemon, we saw Kanharo, and we saw Razo. But Denjiro was nowhere to be found. As a matter of fact, if you look, ever since Denjiro showed up, Denjiro has all of a sudden beginning to short-hand stick. Everybody else get to talk with Odin, everybody else get to tank Odin. But it just seems like Denjiro was always there. And also see when Odin leave this last time, that you can tell that the country had changed. And if he was to look around more, he would not even leave at all. But the more compelling thing is, since Orochi is in control now, this had been like what? Odin has left for a good 5, 6, 7 years? Plus some more after that? And the reason why this... the reason it's compelling is, who would allow Orochi to build these factories? Who would allow Orochi to change these things? The domino of Odin is all these guys, Ashura Doji and all that. But before we get too deep in that, tell me, who is the main person wanting Odin to get money? Who was the main person who felt bad for Odin getting money? Denjiro. There was nobody else willing to give Orochi's money. Give money to Orochi constantly, besides from Denjiro. But why? Denjiro barely know who Orochi was. Denjiro only met Orochi once. But why keep feeding him money back to back, to the point where you gotta go steal funds from the hedgehog? Why? Why keep doing this? Why not meet Odin after all these years? Why is he not there? Everybody else can show up and not him. They're fat. And the thing is, you look back to the head leader of the Yokuzai, the proper way to pronounce it, just concrete outside. He said him and the other Yokuzai leaders were all thrown into the Queen's prison, one by one after another. Who else would have own personal attentions with the Yokuzai? And was seen with the Yokuzai, or had some relation to it, before Odin became before he came to die. No. That was called the Retainers. the 9 scabbards were called the retainers, who became the daimyo before Oda became the daimyo Kyuri, who had affiliations, Kinemon and Denjiro. Even as a young child, Denjiro had Yokohama connections. So why wouldn't he at an older age use his connection with Orochi and Kaido? Because some people also believe that Kaido is also at Wano already. Now I'm a little bit subjective to that. I don't think Kaido have showed up yet. Because if a person with that strong was on Wano, Oda would have realized a lot quicker. And plus, only his retainers of Kyuri would not have the same position of power they still do right now. I don't think Big Kaido showed up yet, but I do think King or Queen is already there, and Jack is about to show up with the big boy. But this is some new compelling evidence for, in my personal opinion, Kyoshiro being Denjiro. The evidence is adding up. Denjiro didn't spend too much time with Oden, nor did it look like he was appreciated. Denjiro had been seen wanting to give Orochi money constantly, time and time again, and when Oden finally came after all those years, Denjiro is not there, but Orochis are building up all these factories. Who would need these factories? A person like King and Queen, and also Kaido. I don't think Kaido's there, because my personal opinion, when Kaido actually shows up, not only will Orochi be seeing him for the first time, but also Kinemon and anybody else in the retainers will be seeing him for the first time. But in my personal opinion, just like the sheep meat, there's some compelling evidence for Denjiro being Kyoshiro, Denjiro being the traitor who's reading all these messages for Orochi, even though Orochi is also from Wano. Like, it seems like the entire battle plan for the Straw Hats and the Straw Hats line had been figured out before everything have been already found out every step they made. There had been a person one step ahead. And somebody said, but Kyoshiro saved little Toki. Well, when Denjiro finally would have showed up and seen that Lady Toki is here, and who she is, and how she had children with Oden, she would not consider her to be in the same league of Oden just because she had children by him. Oden is an entire different animal. And even seeing Lady Toki left behind by Oden, and Denjiro's mind personally, before you even hear what Lady Toki say, he would see Oden as throwing away his children and wife will continue his own personal selfish adventures. Because we all want to see Oden this, Oden that, Oden chatting, but how does everybody else see Oden? We see Altra Doji have interaction with interactions with the Oden. We've seen Kinemon and everybody else have interactions with Oden after that first initial meeting. But who did we see barely talk to Oden? Denjiro. Now, this is some new evidence in my perspective. I say the case is cold. We're yet to see where is Denjiro. Where is this man at? And we've given, in my personal opinion, some good attention. Unappreciated. Constantly being thrown away. They're not really mad at it. And then somebody else takes power temporarily before Oden. And I promise you all this power. Who would take all that? Remember, these are a bunch of thugs before Oden. It's not like there's something new or just something dumbfounded. It's supposed to be honored. No. It's like the whole pirate thing. Why I like Blackbeard so much? Because he's a real fucking buccaneer. Not no kid games out here. He's an Oswald real fucking buccaneer. But yeah, my personal opinion, Denjiro is guilty. And also, the sheep guy, we're also bringing him to the prosecution because I'm suspicious of him and his intentions. He has legal reason. And we have a good enough evidence to point to an alibi to reason he'll also be committing these treacherous mutiny crimes against Straw Hat Luffy in this alliance. But I don't know if I'm gonna release a video of why I think the whole anime adaptation of Kaido vs. Luffy is bad. And it's only there to hype up the fans and those casual guys. I'm not saying you gotta be in depth. There's manga guys, there's anime only guys, and there's guys who just want to enjoy the games and get everybody who want to enjoy everything. So, might upload the video, might not. If you want it, I guess I'll give it to you. But yeah, it just, my perspective is a very compelling evidence. There's no other way to shape it up. Where is this man? Where is he? And plus, is it suspicious how we just now found out the final Duke is that sheep that awesome, not only the former Duke of Zou, it's not only is he a sheep, he looks very similar to that sheep mink that Nami fell on. I'm not saying I'm 100% down with that theory, but There's some evidence for that. I'm not gonna just throw it out just because there's no evidence. He's got more evidence. He got more fuel for the fire. But the Denjiro one in this chapter, I don't know what you guys think. I think he's guilty. All right, I think he's guilty. Right? It matches up. Some might say he let Lady Toki live. I say just because you don't see Lady Toki as a bad person at all. Especially that Oden was away, he probably spent some time with Lady Toki, along with Achiro Doji and Kamamatsu. Especially that whole time since when Kato jacked the drought, king of the plague, and queen of the plague, and king of the wildfire, who showed up and burned everything to the ground, in my perspective. It would be question when it jacked his fruit, but it makes sense why Denjiro still has feelings for him. It seems like Denjiro has been a Yokuza leader of all the bosses, of all the regions in Wano for a while, and also seems like the head Yokuza leader before had been locked up for a while, along with his men. I told you, when I saw that dude, before Big Mom broke through into that section of the prison, and I saw that dude smile with that hat, I was just like, bro, he's somebody, man. He's somebody, and I was right. Cricket hat, broken cricket hat, I can't remember his name, Blanche, Blanche. But yeah, guys, it's been your boy Shockwave King. That has been my theory. The new compelling evidence I've thrown down to the board. Alright? I say Denjiro, aka Kiyoshiro, is guilty. And plus, also, now to come back to some of the stuff I stated before, if you were to flip that hairstyle backwards, he would look just like Denjiro. Got the slim face, the same jaw. The same how the hair started to point out to the side. You cannot deny this evidence. And plus, it goes back to the whole theme. The one we lost behind, called Masu the Copper. The one that's given up, Ashura Doji. And the one that's betrayed us, our boy Denjiro, aka Kiyoshi. But you boy, me Shockwave King. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, or do whatever. But I say this new compelling evidence, and you can believe it or you say it's a lie, but I hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless, and check out the webcomic. Maybe let it check in for the 1,000 subscriber video, and hope you enjoyed the Baki and Hype Unipo recently, and be booming Shockwave King, and peace.